going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to The Drop, which is a series on my channel I do every single Monday, where I pretty much break down what new video games are coming out over the course of the next week, so that you guys can know what new games are coming out, stay up to date on all the new releases, and see if you do want to pick anything up. Now, this week is kind of a light week as far as games go, but we also have a piece of hardware for the Xbox fans out there if you did want to pick that one up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So starting things off this week, we have a little game called ABZÜ, which is coming to the PlayStation 4 and the PC, and is actually part of the PlayStation Play 2016, promotion or program, where you can pretty much, if you're a PlayStation Plus member, get 20% off all of these new indie titles that are coming out on the PlayStation 4 over the course of the next couple of weeks, and it kicked off last week with Headlander, so we'll definitely be covering that as the drop does continue. But ABZÜ is a very beautiful game. It pretty much is about exploring underwater worlds, which of course is where the name actually comes from, with AB meaning ocean and ZÜ actually meaning wisdom, coming together to mean ocean of wisdom. Now, within ABZÜ, there actually is a story, but there aren't many details on it because it is a very experience-driven game because of the beauty of the world that you are exploring. And that is a term in a sentence that I've been throwing around a lot recently. I'm trying to kind of put it into better words, and I guess the best way to describe ABZÜ is to compare it to Journey, which of course is a hit on the PlayStation 3. It's still a hit on the PlayStation 4 since it was ported a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, somewhere along those lines. You can check it out on the PlayStation Store if you're interested. But it was a very experience-driven game where you pretty much just wandered through this desert and eventually wandered towards an end goal with a companion or two or three, however many you happen to run into on your journey, that were actually not, regular people generated by the game. They were actually people in the real world, and it was a very cool experience from that game company. Definitely recommend checking that one out. But ABZÜ is the same kind of thing, where you're more so exploring the world and taking it all in, rather than just, playing through a story and getting to an end objective. Overall, when I think about ABZÜ, I think about coming back home after a long day at work, a long day at school, whatever I might be doing, and sitting down and just relaxing and unwinding and exploring this oceanic world that they have made for me to explore. And that sounds really cool. And in a world that's so, absorbed in Battlefield and Call of Duty and all these shooty, actiony, horror titles with Resident Evil 7 coming out and all of this stuff, it's nice just to kind of take in the beauty that game developers do have to offer every once in a while, and that is exactly what ABZÜ is doing on the PlayStation 4 and PC this week. Now, next up we have Batman the Telltale Series coming to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC this week. The older legacy console versions of this game actually got delayed until the end of August, so I'll update you guys whenever there is more information on that. And of course, the full experience, the full season of Batman the Telltale Series is coming out on September the 13th alongside the mobile versions and I assume the legacy versions of the game as well. So we'll just have to see how all of that goes, but it's coming out on the newest generation of consoles this particular week. But what exactly is it? So pretty much this is not based off of any existent comic, movie, game. This is not going off of any universe that is already established. This is literally a fresh start for the Batman series, and I think that is exactly how Telltale intended this to be, because it is a game where you create your own Batman, and that's what I love about it. It pretty much starts from the very beginning of Bruce Wayne until he becomes Batman, and the game is pretty much split evenly between the time you spend as Bruce and the time you spend as the Dark Knight, meaning that you not only get to save Gotham and fight heroes and make choices that are, based off of Gotham, but you also get to make choices that are going to affect Bruce Wayne and Alfred in the mansion, and all of this in general. And of course, they are somewhat intertwined since they are the same person with two different personas. Now, this is going to be a breakout title for Telltale because this is actually the first game featuring their new engine. Now, this is not saying that the art style is going to change. It's not going to become some kind of hyper-realistic, amazing Bethesda, next-generation graphics thing. It's still going to feature that cel-shaded art style, and of course, the games are still going to run on at least some of the legacy consoles going forward. I'm not sure how long that is going to last, but definitely mobile to some degree, and definitely PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and it's still going to have that same kind of famous Telltale art style that we all know and love. That being said, it's going to not be so janky, it's not going to be so glitchy, and it's going to be a better experience overall for the player, and I can't wait to test it out whenever Batman the Telltale Series comes out this week with Episode 1. Do you happen to be in the market for a gaming console? Then the new Xbox One S might be for you. Featuring a stunning 4K resolution and high dynamic range for improved lighting effects, your games have never looked better. Now, of course, these new features are coming in a smaller package with hardware 40% smaller than the original Xbox One, and storage options ranging from 500GB to 2TB of memory to accommodate all of your games at once. Of course, gaming is just as much about the controller as the hardware, and the Xbox One S surely does not fall short, featuring the new Xbox One controller bundled with each and every console purchase. Now featuring Bluetooth and Xbox Wireless with a texture grip and increased range, you'll be able to enjoy your games in comfort, standing even further away from that expensive 4K television television that you honestly probably didn't really need. Now, of course, all of this can be yours for the base price of $299 for that base 500GB model. So there you guys have it. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of The Drop. If you did, drop me a like down below and let me know what games you are looking forward to this week, or if I accidentally forgot anything. But as far as the ones I mentioned, Telltale doesn't normally catch my eye. I don't really normally get into those storytelling kind of games, but this one is definitely interesting because it does feature Batman. It does feature an origin story and pretty much a starting basis that has not been established in any other kind of part of the universe, and that definitely gets my attention. Now, ABZÜ is absolutely gorgeous. I looked up some gameplay. It looks great. It's not super realistic, but it is definitely a beautiful art style, and I'm definitely going to check that one out at some point. But if you happen to be new to the channel, be sure to head over there and check out some of my other content, because I do upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week, depending on the week, and I stream live on Twitch whenever I can, and so you can check out all those links in the description box down below. But as for right now, I won't keep you guys any longer. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.